Hello, this is Richard at HHO for Volts, and we're going to show you how to process old movies and videotape with Fusion. Now, this particular version is not available yet, but should be on his site in a few days. But we need to get some other programs. One is Virtual Dub. This is a video editor, and this is where you get it. There are other sites, so if you want to go to if you don't feel comfortable with this site, you can go to the other, but I have downloaded the latest version and it's quite okay. And so when we load our picture, or our film, I should say, this is what it kind of looks. It's a dual window display. And we want to open a file, okay, and this can be an AVI file. I like to work mostly with Motion JPEG video files, but you can also open up a MAPEG 2 file. This does not do a 264 type, though there's a way to do it. So we're going to open DisneyRaw.avi for this demonstration. And we need 3 filters. And this is in, there's actually over 320 filters available for Virtual Dub. But we're going to get the first one here, which is the Color Mill. And this is a Russian site. I actually worked with this author in developing Color Mill. And you just go to this site here, and he has actually, I think, 3 or 4 different filters. You might want to get them all while you're there. And the next thing we need is a deblocking filter, because if, like, you're downloading a YouTube video or something, you need to deblock it. And another reason is that Fusion, in their HDR mode, will emphasize everything. Don't process fades to black or black scenes. And the third, we need a precision what they call a deinterlacer, and again, it's a Russian product, and you can download that right there. And once we have all those, we're going to be ready to go here. And so I wanted to show you again, you need these 3 filters to export. And we're not going to export a movie. We're going to take the movie apart and export it as a series of JPEGs. And this is the correct order you need to have those filters installed. But there, like I said, there's over 320 free filters available for Virtual Dub. And you place it in the subdirectory called plugins. But first, we need to save the WAV file of this video because it does not go out when we export the JPEGs. So go ahead and save your WAV file. Put it in a folder that you know where it is. And it takes very little time. This particular video it says it's going to take about 20 seconds. And this is on a very slow old computer I'm using, a first generation ADM processor. Okay, and so that's the way it looks, the faded video. And we'll just wait here until the next screen comes up. And we're going to export an image sequence. So we're going to take this movie apart, and we're going to export it as an image sequence. And we have several choices that we can do next, but Fusion wants to see it as a JPEG. So here we're going to give it the title, the extension, how many numbers in the serial number we want, which is 6, and our folder to hold these files. And notice I have JPEG checked on that. So here we are, we're processing. This is going to take about 3 minutes and 4 seconds to export this movie into the JPEG format. And here we go. This is the final export. And on this particular demonstration, we're using the high dynamic range process that Fusion has. And you'll see that it's all serial numbered. Okay? And you want to make sure that when you select, then we'll go over this again, that you have the name in front. We don't want anything after that. Now, where do you get this Fusion software? Here's the web address. And like I say, this version should be up there within days. We went through a lot of development on this. The first alpha worked pretty good, and then the next ones didn't work at all. And if you're going to use this, please donate to these people who've spent all their time developing this wonderful software, a lot of times better than commercial. So the options in Fusion look like this now in the beta version. We don't want the characters checked, so we take that off. We want 100% on the output. And here's where we set our prefix. We want, like my film, HDR, and then the file name and the serial number. So we're about ready to go here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 adjustments in the summation process, and not quite as many in the HDR. Both processes will handle the video differently. It'll have a different look at the end. You're going to see more detail in the final product. So I'm very excited about this. So we're going to choose batch processing, which is on the beta version, but not in the one you can download as of this date. So we're going to choose batch processing, and we're going to choose the source directory. What we're going to do, it's going to be a JPEG coming in. We want one exposure per image, and we're going to use the HDR as our process, and then our output directory and the output format is JPEG. And we're going to put this all together, back together with Virtual Dub at the end. So the speed, this on say a 3.2 gig AMD dual core, it's going to process each frame in about 8 seconds. So it's not a log time. We're showing here that we've gone through 409 frames of 1161. Don't worry about that source warning there. That's only on the alpha. It doesn't apply now. And I started working with this presentation when we had only the alpha version. And here again, we want the serial numbers to be the last thing on the file name and the .jpeg. Okay, and we're just going ahead and looking at this particular option setup again. Virtual Dub needs that so it can put the movie back together. So we're opening up Virtual Dub now, and we're going to choose the very first, and only the very first thing, which is always 00000. Very important. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up that file. And again, we'll repeat looking at the file name. Okay, and there it is. We're just going to choose one, make sure that the check boxes are checked on the left, and we're going to push open. And wow, okay, so it's loaded all those JPEGs back in correct order in Virtual Dub. So it's a very easy program to learn. But now remember, we had saved the audio file. We need to bring the audio file back in. So the next step is we'll go to audio from other file, and you'll see here my choice. Actually, I typed in a different name just so that it had relevance to the video we're doing. So it's Disney.wave. Okay, now once this is all in, you also want to use the deblocking filter again, and you may want to add the color mill to make some final color adjustments. So the next thing we need to do here is choose our codecs that we're going to save this movie in. I recommend the FFD Show video codecs, and in that codecs, which I have many, many, many choices, Motion JPEG, 100% processing. I've, over the years, have reason to always stay with either Motion JPEG or MAPEG 2. And that's the settings, 100% quality, 1-pass quality. And the 4cc is Motion JPEG. And where do you get it? This is the site here. Hey, it's an American site this time. So again, they always have the latest versions here for you. And by the way, other than just the codecs, this also opens up tons of more filters that you can use in Virtual Dub. It's like a filter within a filter. So, okay, we have now saved that file to an AVI file. Okay, Disney one there, and it'll be ready to watch. However, with Virtual Dub, you can frame serve out. By doing that, you do not recompress again. Okay, and so this is our before, and this is our fusion processed HDR frame. And this is my favorite video editor. I think it's better than Vegas, Adobe Premiere. I certainly can tell you can do more with it. As the years gone by, this product's become harder and harder to use. So you many times can find this on eBay, this version, for $10. That's what I paid for mine. And you want to make sure you get the plus version. It also comes with audio processing and everything. Now I'm just going to show you on our next video, we're going to do some HDR. This is some storm clouds that appeared, and you saw the first one was how it looked in the camera. This is how it's processed. And this can be a real artist tool. I'm not claiming to be an artist, but take a look at these pictures. So the next presentation I'm going to do is show you how to use Fusion to work on regular photos and either do a true HDR or a quasi HDR using only one photo. And these are all just one photos. So we're coming down to the end. Thanks for watching. This is Richard again at HHO4 Volts.